Good evening. Would you all please rise for the presentation of the colors? I pledge allegiance to the flag
of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Please remain standing for the retirement of the colors.
Order.
Please be seated. Welcome everyone to the 39th Annual Youth Awards Dinner. We're here at the Putnam County Golf Course, and I was hoping the weather would be a little more cooperative, but everyone's spirits are high, so that's all that really matters. I'd like to introduce Pastor Columbia from the Mount Carmel Baptist Church, who will now provide the invocation.
Good evening, everyone. I'm going to begin with an invocation greeting and then a prayer of blessing. Dear honored guests, esteemed participants, and cherished community members, we gather tonight with gratitude in our hearts for the spirit of service that unites us. Let us join together in reflection and celebration as we invoke blessings upon this Youth Awards ceremony. Let us pray. Gracious and loving Father, as we gather together to celebrate and honor the remarkable contributions of our youth to our community, we humbly seek your presence and guidance. We give thanks for the selflessness, dedication, and compassion demonstrated by these young leaders, whose actions inspire us all. Bless each recipient of these awards, that they may continue to shine brightly as beacons of hope and agents of positive change in our midst. Grant them the strength and resilience in their endeavors, and may they have passion for service, and that passion be a guiding light for others to follow. We ask for your blessings upon the families, the mentors, the supporters, all who have nurtured and encouraged these young individuals along their journey. May their love and guidance continue to inspire and uplift them in all their endeavors. May this ceremony and celebration serve as a reminder of the power of community, empathy, and kindness. May it inspire us all to embrace our responsibility to one another and our community and world, to strive for a future filled with justice, compassion, and peace. We also pray that you would bless the food and fellowship tonight, and I pray in Jesus' name, amen.
Amen.
Thank you, Pastor. I would now like to introduce the Executive Director of the Youth Bureau, Janine Cunningham.
Good evening and welcome to the annual Youth and Adult Awards Dinner. Tonight we recognize 17 youth for their outstanding community service to Putnam County and 2 adults who've devoted countless hours to the youth of Putnam. If you're not familiar with the youth award process, high school students and adults are nominated for the award. They complete a packet, a service log, they have references, so it is a lot of work. So it's just a huge honor to be able to honor all of our award winners tonight. And this year we did receive numerous nominations. So based on all the criteria, we have 5 board members that score each candidate, and they narrowed it down to the amazing award winners that are going to be you're going to be hearing a lot about this evening. So at this time, I would like to ask all our award winners and our adult award winners to please stand and be recognized. Have a seat. I just want to say thank you to all our award winners for all your countless hours and everything that you've devoted to all the different organizations in the county. Now I'd also like to introduce and invite the parents and guardians to please stand and be recognized. Thank you, parents and guardians, for all your support for all these individuals. We wouldn't have such amazing young people doing such great work in our community. Now I'd like for the Youth Board and Youth Bureau staff to please stand and be recognized. Thank you to the board members for volunteering your time at our monthly meetings, for being so passionate about the future of our youth. And we are continually recruiting members so if anybody is looking to volunteer, always looking for members. And I just want to thank also the Youth Bureau staff members for providing such awesome, positive youth development programs to the youth and their families in the county. So thank you all. Let's see. So this year, what we're going to do is when you receive your award, you'll come up to the podium. We're going to do that after dinner, but you'll come up to the podium. You have a chance to say a few words. Naomi from the Youth Bureau will be in the back. She'll take a picture in front of the backdrop. So if you could just make sure you make your way back there, you'll take your picture, and then we'll be able to email it to you after we do some editing. So look out for that in your email. All right. And then let's see. So at this time, I just want to also recognize some of our distinguished guests that have joined us this evening. County Executive Kevin Byrne is here tonight. Our New York State Assemblyman Max Slater. District Attorney Robert Tendy. Our Putnam County Legislative Chairman Paul Yonke. Our Commissioner of Social Services, Mental Health, and the Youth Bureau, Sarah Servadio. Our Deputy Commissioner of Social Services and the Youth Bureau, Nicole McGuire. Chief of Police, Chief Anthony Hoffman. Sergeant Aaron Macomb, and Officer Vincent Serio from the Palmer Police. Sheriff Kevin McConville. And Under Sheriff Thomas Lambert. And Judge Thomas Jacobellis from the Town. Some of our school officials this evening, Superintendent of Brewster Schools, Michelle Gosh. Carmel High School Assistant Principal, John Fratto. Superintendent of Haldane, Dr. Philip Benante. Haldane High School Principal, Julia Sniffen. Putnam Valley School Principal, Matt Mello. And from one of our partners is also here from Green Chimneys. We have Lauren Bennett and Donna Kessler. Thank you for coming. So at this time, I would like to introduce our keynote speaker. Our keynote speaker this evening is Matt Slater. He was elected to the New York State Assembly in 2022. The 94th Assembly District includes the town of Kent, Patterson, Putnam Valley, Carmel, Southeast, Somers, and Yorktown. He was raised in Yorktown, a graduate of Yorktown High School, and received a degree from St. Anselm College and an MPA from Marist College. He served as the Chief of Staff to former State Senator Terrence Murphy for 4 years before running for Yorktown Town Supervisor. Matt was elected Supervisor of the Town of Yorktown in 2019 and re-elected in 2021, making him the youngest supervisor in town history. As Town Supervisor, Matt founded the Supervisors Youth Council, which promotes positive youth involvement in the community and provides a safe forum that allows youth to express ideas, concerns, and comments about what is happening in their community. In 2022, Matt received a Presidential Direct Commission as an officer in the United States Navy Reserves and is currently assigned to Navy Cargo Handling Battalion 8 based in Lakehurst, New Jersey. Matt is committed to making his state, his community, and his assembly district a better place to live, work, and raise a family. Matt currently resides in Yorktown with his wife and 2 children. Please come on up, our keynote speaker this evening.
Let's hear it for Janine. Well, good evening, everyone. I hope everyone's having a great night. It's exciting to be here. Are you excited? Yeah. You got a little breezy energy a little bit. Are you excited? Well, it really is an honor to join you all for this special occasion because we're celebrating the next generation of leaders from Putnam County. That's what we're here doing today, and it's a great night. The Putnam County Youth Bureau has a long history of having a tremendous impact here locally and producing leaders that have a profound impact on our county, on our state, and on our country. I find it both amusing and ironic to be speaking about youth leadership because, well, my colleagues up in Albany, they like to make fun of my youthful looks almost every day. Actually, funny story, when I first got elected, first week there, I'm in the elevator going up to my office, and I'm in an elevator full of college interns. And they actually asked me, well, who are you interning for? And I said, oh, this guy from the Hudson Valley, I think, Matt Slater. I don't know anything about that. Before that, as Janine said, I was elected the youngest supervisor in my hometown of Yorktown. I was recognized by the Business Council of Westchester as a wonderkin. And at one point, I may have been the youngest chief of staff in the New York State legislature. So I say this because where you are, I have been. I want to first recognize again the staff of the Putnam County Youth Bureau because they really are fantastic. And if we can give them all a round of applause. And to the parents and mentors, I know you were recognized before, but I wanted to recognize you myself because I know it takes a lot of work, a lot of commitment. And while we're celebrating some wonderful youth, we're also celebrating you. And so I really wanted to tip off my cap to you as a fellow parent for doing a great job with some great kids. So a big round of applause for them as well. And to the honorees, you know, your service is a reflection of your leadership within our community. And service is leadership. You have to be a leader to serve. Whether it be volunteering at our local libraries, which I love, like Alexandra, Gabriella, and Zyla, or honoring our veterans and service members like Carter did, Caitlin, Corinne, and Zoe, or the work that focused on our environment. And I was very impressed to see the work that John and Kevin did. We are here today to recognize you as important examples of leaders for your peers and for all of us. I really can't emphasize the importance of being a young leader because you can have an impact when you find what you're passionate about. And passion's important. And don't think you need to know what that passion is today. My wife She has a doctorate in archaeology. But you know what she does today? She's a healthcare administrator. Has nothing to do with archaeology. Just as a point. Each of us finds that passion at different points in our lives. My wife, arguably, like I just mentioned, and she's not here so I can say this, she's probably the smartest person I've ever met. But she didn't figure it out until she was almost 30. My story is vastly different. I was 8. I was 8, standing on this deserted city street in Washington, D.C. It was freezing. I was with my mom. She took me on this great trip to Washington, D.C. for February break. And we're on this deserted street. We didn't know why. Big capitals right in front of us. And all of a sudden, the presidential motorcade whizzes right by. And it was President Clinton on his way to deliver the State of the Union, which I watched 2 hours later in our hotel room. And from that moment on, I knew that I wanted to be involved in public service and in government. So my wife was almost 30, I was 8. Big difference. But when you find that passion, that's what it's all about. So in the words of President Lincoln, whatever you are, be a good one. I also think it's important for us to talk about failure. One of my favorite quotes comes from Winston Churchill. And if you've been to an Eagle Scout ceremony with me, I say it all the time. Success isn't final. Failure isn't fatal. It's the courage to go on that counts. The most important lessons that I've learned in life aren't from my successes, but they're from my failures. More importantly, it's having the guts and perseverance to take those lessons and forge ahead to the next project or the next mission. And I want to make sure you all understand that. Mistakes and errors are going to happen. And to paraphrase retired U.S. Navy Captain David Marquette, if we focus on avoiding mistakes, we lose focus on becoming truly exceptional. And this world needs you, the next generation of leaders, to be exceptional. So do not be afraid to fail. Don't hold back, don't fear failure, and never, ever give up. And the last thing I want to just talk about tonight is the importance of home. The importance of home. Look around. Look at the great support that you have here tonight. You have a community that is so proud of you, so proud of what you've already accomplished, and so proud of the leaders that you already are. And I tell you this because life is hard. Life is hard to predict. You know, if you ask my best friends, some of which I've known since I was in the 2nd grade, they'll tell you that I was the guy who wanted out. I was counting the days down to high school graduation. See ya. I had my plan, I was out of here. But I was also the guy leading up to college graduation, I was counting the days to come home. And that's where I've been ever since. And I say this because you may think you know where you're going, or maybe you don't know where you're going, and that's okay too. But I can assure you one thing, you can always come home. You can always come home because we will always be proud of you. Be proud of you as leaders in this community. So congratulations to tonight's honorees. Keep making us proud. Keep being leaders, and keep reaching for the stars. God bless you. Thank you for all you do for our community. And again, to the Putnam County Youth Bureau, congratulations on another great class. Keep up the great work as well. Thank you all so much.
Thank you so much for those wonderful words. So now it is time for dinner. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to ask if the table over there, if you can, yes, you guys are going to be first up. And if this table number, what do you want, 4? Yeah, so if you can head up to, if you can start dinner. Okay, thank you.
Okay, we're ready to continue with our proceedings. I would now like to invite Zoe Yunchai, our Youth Board Vice President. She will be reading the proclamation from the County Exec and the Legislature.
Congratulations to the Putnam County's Youth Bureau's 39th Annual Youth and Adult Award recipients. The individuals selected to receive these awards have exemplified true benevolence through their tireless community service that has benefited their fellow residents within the Putnam County community. Both Damian McDonald and John Machino, the recipients of the 2024 James F. Reitz Adult Award, have dedicated themselves to assist the youth within our community achieve their goals while doing good for those around them. The 17 Youth Award recipients, Alexander Abedin, Zyla Bunbury, Emma DeMiro, David Delapi, Carter Deneen, Grace Fisher, Savannah Fisher, Kevin Fox, Lily Girdleman, Zoe Yunchak, Elizabeth Kamayatek, Gabriel Lunan Pack, Caitlin Movahill, Alexandra Rosales, Gabriella Sinclair, Corinne Taylor, and Megan Weiner have all recognized the importance of making the world around them a better place and have shown that age is not a factor when it comes to putting that awareness into action. On behalf of Putnam County government, we again congratulate each award recipient on this well-deserved honor and extend our sincere gratitude for the contributions made by each individual to our great community. Putnam County is such a wonderful place to live, and it is heartwarming to know its future is in such capable and caring hands. Thank you.
Thank you, Zoe. I would like to invite up County Executive Kevin Byrne and Legislative Chairman Paul Yonke, please.
Thank you, Chairman Yonke. It's always good to see how you got two branches of county government working well together. It's great. And it's always a pleasure to be here at our Youth Bureau Youth Awards dinner. I want to welcome you to our county golf course, beautiful county golf course, and thank you and congratulate all of this year's honorees. And again, thank you for your service. There's a lot of opportunities for our young people in Putnam County, and you are a shining example. And I want to just encourage you to keep doing the great work that you're doing. And if you are looking for more volunteer opportunities, I think if you go to the county website, putnamcountyny.com/YBM, you can volunteer for our youth business market later in June. And with that, I'm going to introduce our chairman of the legislature, Paul Yonke.
Thank you, Kevin. Tonight is one of those nights where it makes you happy that you're an elected official in Putnam County. Putnam County is one of the greatest places in the country to live, and it's because of you and the work that you do that make this county better. And keep going. It's great to know that our future is in good hands, and thank you again for all the work that you do. Have a good night.
Thank you. I would also like to recognize Legislator Nancy Montgomery. Thank you. Okay, let's begin our awards for the Adult 2024 Jim Reitz Award. In 2019, Putnam County lost a great man, community member, and friend. Judge James F. Reitz was a past board member and devoted many hours to the Youth Corps program, Pegasus program, and many other community agencies. Anytime you asked him for assistance, without hesitation, he was there to help. He is deeply missed by the community. I worked with him for 10 years, and it was a pleasure. At this time, I would like to invite Barbara Reitz up to the podium to present the James Reitz Award. I would also like to invite Haldane High School Principal Julia Sniffen to the podium to introduce the adult award, the first adult award, Damian McDonald.
As the principal at Haldane High School, I've attended the Putnam County Youth Award for many years, and I'm pleased to be here this evening to represent Phillipstown as we honor one of the adult recipients for service. First, I'd like to congratulate all the student award winners. In the words of Gandhi, the best way to find yourself is to lose yourself in the service of others. Today, we honor those who have dedicated their time and efforts to serving our community. We are reminded of the profound impact individuals can make through acts of kindness and generosity. All schools have individuals who volunteer their time above and beyond others. The parents we look to for fundraising, our teen parents, our behind-the-scenes drama supporters, and class parents. Then their children graduate, and we miss their support. And then we have to look for new parents to help us. I have had the honor of working alongside Damian McDonald for about 20 years. My first thanks needs to go to his wife, Nancy, for allowing Damian to spend as much time at Haldane as he does. Damian was roped into volunteering back in 2005 with the Haldane Drama Department. Everyone that knows Damian knows he actually has the ability to avoid drama. Yet, everyone also knows that Damian also says yes, and he will always show up. While Damian's children graduated from Haldane in 2015 and 2020, went off to Penn State and RIT, he continued countless hours on our campus. When trying to calculate the hours that Damian has volunteered in the community of Cold Spring, we all stopped at 4,000. If you divide that by 24 hours, that's a lot of triple shifts. Damian has served on multiple committees. He's not one that just sits back and finds something to complain about, but one that rolls up his sleeves, is a thought partner, and will help reduce the work of others on the committee. He's on the Technology Committee at Haldane, the Code of Conduct, the Campus Master Plan, just to name a few. But beyond that, Damian has a tremendous level of expertise and unwavering commitment to figure it out, whatever it may be. Not only does he bring a unique breadth of knowledge, but he is continually engaged in sharing his wisdom and technical skills with our staff and our students. If you've ever seen a show at Haldane or at the Depot Theater in Garrison, Damian studies the theater. He studies the sounds. He studies the projections found from any place within the auditorium. He's also installed and repaired and fixed both the Depot Theater and Haldane's auditorium. As Amy Duell stated, he is the most gracious and generous to all organizations he works with. Damian has supported countless events for the Haldane School Foundation, setting up all their sound and lighting for any major event. Over the past 20 years, these events have raised over $1 million for the Haldane Central School District. This would not be possible if it wasn't for Damian. As Henry O'Neill, a senior, in attendance this evening, so eloquently said, "In the short 3 years Damian has done so much for me, I have witnessed him do so much for others. Whether he's working on the drama production, on a concert, at graduation, he has always done absolutely everything to go above and beyond every expectation that is set. In times of uncertainty, he has never failed to keep the ship on course and carry and excelling in its duties. I can truly say that Damian has changed my life, and I have absolutely no doubt that he has done the exact same for many other students here at Haldane. Words cannot encapsulate how much Damian has done for everybody. Countless students have learned from the Master Yoda. Damian is a kind, warm, and steady contributor to so many aspects of Haldane's success. We are incredibly fortunate to have you as our partner. Your knowledge, your friendship, and all that you do for the students. On behalf of Dr. Benante, myself, and the entire Phillipstown community, thank you. This honor is long overdue.
I have to get paper, not because it's a long speech, but to keep me from rambling. So first of all, thank you, Janine, and really the Putnam County Youth Bureau for putting this together and what you've done over the years. It's amazing. as well as Dr. Benante, certainly Julia, and everybody that supported me, as well as Amy Duell, the Phillipstown Depot Theater. Also, just congratulations to all of the award recipients, because, from what I understand, a lot of the stuff that you've done is pretty darn amazing, and you should be encouraged to keep it up. And then also to kind of keep volunteering. So, with respect to this award, I'm honored, humbled to receive the award, so thank you so much. I was like, when you're reading it, Julie, I'm like, who is this person? But truly, I do appreciate it. It's great to be recognized, and certainly great to be appreciated for something that you do and something that you love. And I love giving back to the community, so whether it's something at Haldane or providing sound for Cold Spring and the Community Day or the Depot Theater, if I have the ability to do it, I will. Because I think that it's important that we all give back to the community. And with respect to Haldane, Haldane has been so awesome for both of my kids, both of whom also work in drama and sound. And it did change their lives. It's something that, allows, we have a lot of sports and things like that, but this is, when you talk about technology, you talk about theater, it's something different. And I've witnessed, even with the actors, just a tremendous transformation that occurs. It's like just crazy. And I want to be a part of that. And so that's what keeps me going. A lot of people say, Damien, your kids graduated. Why are you still doing it? I do it because I enjoy it. And people will say, well, how long are you going to do it? As long as I'm able, as long as it's fun. So, and that's, there's also a kind of a more complex answer to that. And that is that I think that there's a natural calling to service for certain people, and I'm one of those people. And that even kind of follows through with my work, where I used to head up our leadership development program and IT recruiting. And then usually the next question is, oh, do you do sound and lighting? Is that what you do for a career? And I'm like, no. Professionally, I'm a Chief Information Security Officer, retired. And another reason why I do this is I have to stay busy, as my wife will tell you. But the bottom line on this is, all through my work, we always emphasize leaders as teachers. And so that's perfect for this organization here, because we need more leaders, and we need to lead by example. And giving of yourself, giving of your own time, there's no better way to lead by example. And I'm just tremendously grateful for people like Henry and all the students, because guess what? I learned from them. I've even had upward coaching, which is great, coming from someone in high school. It's like I can't even get people to do that in the corporate world. So we all learn from each other. We all learn to make mistakes, and that's okay. Because sometimes in order to achieve new gains, you kind of push the envelope until you fail. But then you kind of take a step back and how do I do that better? And you move forward. And so when I look at my time, it's a blessing that I'm able to do that, because a lot of districts, they have rules against this. Like if you don't have a kid in the district, guess what? You can't volunteer anymore, which is like crazy. So again, to those people in the room, please continue to do what you're doing. And the last thing that I'll say is there's a lot more learning that happens. If you're coaching a team, for example, there's a lot of, I'm going to say, technical advice that is provided, how to hit that ball, how to score that, But, whether you're a coach or a volunteer, there's a lot more that goes into that. Because I find myself, even with the small number of students that I work with on a regular basis, we have conversations about how do I balance schoolwork with the rehearsal schedule, or how they might get constructive criticism. How do I handle that? How do I talk to an adult that I disagree with X, Y, Z? How do I approach it? So all of us, when we volunteer, when we interact with students, we're providing them more than just the essence of whatever the task is. they're learning from you. They're learning from your experience. So to the extent that I could share that, that's great. It makes me happy. And again, very grateful. Thank you. And that's it.
I would now like to introduce Youth Board Member Dina Altavilla.
Hi, everybody. My name is Dina Altavilla. I'm the 4-H Youth and Family Program Director with Cornell Cooperative Extension of Putnam County. And on behalf of Cornell Cooperative Extension, 4-H, and the Youth Bureau, I just want to congratulate all of the award recipients tonight. Again, I have had the privilege of reading through a lot of the award packets and just amazing stuff. And I've been here for 24 years. I've seen so many remarkable young people contribute to the county, and it's just every year it gets better and better, so congratulations to all of you. So tonight I have the honor and privilege of recognizing someone that I've known, I feel like forever. John Moschino. Does he come up now? Yes. Okay, come on up. I've been fortunate to know John since he was shorter than me. John grew up in Brewster, New York. He spent his whole life in Brewster, graduated from Brewster High School in 2006, and went on to RIT and got a degree in video game design, which I think is like every young person's dream. Graduated from RIT in 2010. And John and his family are committed to lifelong service to Putnam County. And it was important for me to make sure I shared this right off the bat so I don't forget. But this gentleman right here, he also received a youth award in 2004 when he was in high school. If that just tells you the character of this person, I was asking earlier, I think he's the first person to ever receive a youth award and then now receive an adult award. And so that alone just speaks volumes. I will also share that last year, his dad, who, I don't see it, oh there he is, he's in the back, Tony. His dad received the Adult Service Award for Putnam County. So when you talk about a family that contributes over and over and over again, it's the Moschino family. Karen has been involved, his mom, for years, helping with 4-H and many other organizations. So just amazing people. John has dedicated his service primarily to Putnam County 4-H program with Cornell Cooperative Extension. As I said, he grew up in the program. When I started, I think he was 11 or 12, right around that time frame. And he really showed me how to do my job, what I was doing, as a youth in the program. He then grew up, went away to college for a few years. But as a college student, came back every summer, and if any of you have had the privilege of going to the Putnam County 4-H Fair, John was there by my side as a college student. He was always the last one to climb into his tent at about 11:30 at night because we would camp out at the fairgrounds with about 25 to 30 youth who were doing leadership roles for the fair. So he was always the last one at the gates with me about 11:30 at night to lock the gates so we were all secure, and the first one up in the morning to make sure everyone was doing their tasks. And this is as a college student. Year after year he came back. I'll share a funny story, which he'll probably remember, but one year I was sick and I could not come to the fair. And the fair that was a huge part of my job. So to not be there because I was sick was kind of catastrophic. To boot, as I was homesick on the sofa, I'm calling the kids to say, are you guys good? Do you know what you're doing? Are you okay? And it was calling for torrential storms. If you've ever been to the 4-H fair, you know there's usually at least one good storm, and it's not pretty. But John got on the phone and he said, don't you worry, Dina, we've got Operation Slip and Slide under control. And they did, and they held down the fort, and they made everything happen as if I never needed to be there in the first place. He knows how to run that fair and every other aspect of 4-H inside and out as a volunteer. I thought that was a really funny story. He worked, after he finished college, he worked and lived in Troy, New York for some time, but came home regularly at the drop of a hat whenever I called and said, I need help, can you come and help with 4-H presentations or the fair or our awards night or whatever we needed. He always came home and then recruited his wife after he got married to come and help and volunteer as well, and always committed to anything that we needed to help the community here in Putnam County in the 4-H. As an adult volunteer, when he finally moved back to Brewster, he started leading 4-H programs, including one in video game design. He's also helped to run both local and statewide 4-H programs here and in Syracuse and in Ithaca. And he's assisted with many of our events that we offer throughout the year. And most recently, which again speaks to the volume of his character, 2 years ago joined the Cornell Cooperative Extension Board of Directors. So it's really come full circle for him as a young person in the program and now really being instrumental in helping to make sure that the program continues. He is an incredible role model. I did ask him who his role model is. I'm embarrassed to say I didn't know when you told me, so I looked it up. Neil deGrasse Tyson, and I have to take my glasses off to read the small print, who is an American astrophysicist and the director of the planetarium at the New York City Museum of Natural History. But I asked him why that was his role model, and he said for effectively communicating science and promoting learning and curiosity, and I do think that speaks to his character again. He's always ready to learn, he's always ready to help young people learn and give them opportunities. He's passionate about serving to build a better community here in Putnam County and empowering young people to be all that they can be. And he is a dedicated person who is committed to lifelong service here, and I'm sure we're going to see him around for many, many years. But it's my pleasure to give him the James F. Reeds Service Award tonight. Congratulations.
Wow. I have to thank Dina for, as she said, it's been a long time, almost 25 years. We've been working together to grow our 4-H program here in Putnam County, and for so many of those years we've had the leading 4-H program, the most active in all of New York State, and that is, there's about 50 counties, I forget the exact number, so that's something to brag about. She's been a friend and a mentor for all that time, and I appreciate all the support that she's given me over the years. It's been an honor to volunteer with Cornell Cooperative Extension. Many of our beloved 4-Hers are here today and alumni, and they've been my extended family for such a long time now, so I don't know where I would be in life without such a wonderful organization. I also, need to thank my parents for driving me around to countless meetings and different clubs and everything that I was a part of when I was young. Take a moment for all of you young people tonight, take a moment to thank the parents and guardians in your life, as well as all the educators, pushing you to join and do a lot of these things, and to get you there until you can drive at least. Really, they're the pillar of our success for later in life. When I was newly a teenager, I first met Judge Reeds. He was my first experience with the law, and not in a bad way. He used to volunteer, and he did a program called The Law and You, and so it was more of a forum to ask ask him questions as you're just kind of coming into your teenage years. That's the first time you even think about the law, and before that, you don't really care about it. So it was clear that after, Jim liked to volunteer a lot, as was mentioned before. He volunteered a lot with our 4-H program and came to a lot of our events. And after a few events that him and I volunteered together, he started to recognize me, and he would always smile at me and say, "You're always in exactly the right place." And then I'd see him again at another event, and again he would smile at me and say, "You're in exactly the right place." And you know, as a young person, I could recognize the care and dedication that he had for the youth in our community. And I felt the same way about him and all of the adults that do volunteer to lead and be the examples for, you know, us young people growing up and looking up to somebody. So, you know, think more about his words. You know that you're doing a good job in whatever when you're in exactly the right place in life. I appreciate you know, getting to know him over the years through volunteering, and you know, we continue to miss him. And then as like a final note, I would like to issue a challenge to all of you young people tonight that in 25 years' time, you are also up here receiving the adult version of the award. And yes, that's it. Thank you so much.
Before you leave, if I could have the Damien up here, please. Good evening, everyone. My name is Barbara Reeds, and you are exactly in the right place. 25 years ago, I was exactly in the right place here tonight at the Youth Awards dinner. Is where I met the Honorable Judge James F. Reeds here 25 years ago tonight. Thank you, Janine, for allowing Jim's legacy to live on within all of our youth. He was very youthful. If you ever met him, I know he's running around this building tonight. He's so proud of all of you. This is my 37th Youth Awards dinner. Congratulations on your 39th. Time is precious, and as I live on, I learn how precious time is, and I want to thank all of the youth for giving your time. It's a gift to share to us, for each other and one another, and parents, congratulations to you for bringing your children here. I am inspired by the youth. I'm inspired by everything that you do. I congratulate you. You are so loved. And speaking about challenge, I have a challenge coin that belongs to Judge James F. Reeds, and he would challenge you to continue what you do for our youth to look up to, for us to learn from our youth, because you guys know so much more than I do. So I challenge you to continue to doing great things, being part of this circle, and thank you for accepting this certificate on behalf of our judge.
We will now begin the presentation for the youth. When I was a senior in high school, many moons ago, my parents one day said, "Bill, what do you want to do with your life?" Without hesitation, I said, "I want to be a stand-up comedian." What was their reaction? They laughed at me. Now, at the time, I wasn't sure, were they laughing at me because I was funny? Or maybe Billy should think of another life calling here. So I never did pursue being a stand-up comedian, but I did go in the entertainment field, working for Warner Brothers Motion Pictures, and then later on with Verizon. So as the saying goes, yada, 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 40 years later, we're here to begin the Youth Awards. So let's get started. With Alexandra, please come up. Now I've tried very hard not to mangle her last name, and I don't want to do it again. So would you please tell them your last name?
Avellaneda.
And I still can't say it. Alexandra is a senior in Carmel. She's served on the youth court for 4 years, the public library, the Music Honor Society for 3 years, Highway Planning Safety Committee for 3 years, and the Putnam County 9/11 Memorial Service for 3 years. I asked her about volunteering. She said it's more than helping people, it's connecting with people. Her role model is her mom. Some things that are said to describe our recipient is this: regardless of the task, Alexandra approached the responsibilities with dedication, punctuality, and delivering work of exceptional quality. Alexandra demonstrated remarkable initiative. She embraced tasks with enthusiasm, regardless of size or complexity. Her future plans: she would like to go to Virginia Tech to study environmental sciences. Alexandra, the floor is yours.
Good evening, everyone, and congratulations on your award. I would like to start out by giving my thanks to Evan Delps from the Putnam County Youth Bureau for the nomination of this award. I'd also like to thank the rest of the Youth Bureau staff and my other volunteer organizations, such as at my school and my community, for giving me endless support and countless opportunities I couldn't be more thankful for. It feels great to give back to my community, since they've always given so much to me. Finally, I'd like to thank my parents for all their support and encouragement. I hope everyone has a good night and enjoy their dinner. Thank you.
Would Zyla Bumbery please come to the podium? Zyla is a junior at Carmel High School. She's been on the youth court for 2 years, the Pied Piper Youth Theater for 2 years, the Highway Planning Safety Committee for 2 years. She enjoys volunteering for connecting with people, helping, watching young people grow in confidence. Her role model, she receives inspiration from many individuals. Some comments said about her: Zyla is a practiced public speaker who is able to fill any role in youth court due to her polished presentation and cognitive skills. Zyla is a terrific leader who is more than willing to help anyone who requests it. She is able to work with a plethora of different personalities, offering constructive lessons for the younger members of the youth court. A true asset. For future plans, she would like to go to either Barnard or Boston College and study liberal arts. Ladies and gentlemen, Zyla Bummer.
I would just like to say a quick thank you to my family and all the volunteer organizations that have helped shape me into the person that I am today through connection and service. I would especially like to thank Dana Erickson at Putnam County Youth Court for giving me this nomination. So my mom signed me up for youth court in 2022. It should be noted that I had absolutely no idea what youth court was, and my mom telling me that I had to wear black slacks in the meeting made me positively sure that I was not going to like it and never come back. But lo and behold, youth court has become one of my most favorite places in the world. It's taught me about rehabilitation, empathy, and accountability, and I'm forever thankful for that. Thank you.
Thank you, Zyla. Would Emma DeMuro please come to the podium? Hello again. Emma is a senior in Mahopac High School. She's been with the cadets for 4 years. She volunteers for finds it very rewarding and enjoys giving back. A role model of the cadets and Liz Singali. Comments about Emma are this. Emma is a pillar of our program, being front and center with cadet community service details whenever possible. Emma never needs direction and is consistently looking for work. She ensures that the time spent is impactful and meaningful. Her future plans are, no surprise, law enforcement, and she wants to go to Greensboro College and play volleyball. Ladies and gentlemen, Emma.
Hello and good evening. My name is Emma DeMiro, and I want to thank the officers from the Putnam County Sheriff's Department that awarded me this award, Sergeant Sadowski and Deputy Liz Singali. I also want to thank the Putnam Youth Bureau, and I want to congratulate all the nominees for tonight. I started as a kid with the Putnam County Sheriff's Department about 5 years ago. I've learned a lot of lessons from these officers throughout the times. A lot of different officers from different counties also coming and visiting us. Helping me with making countless connections with other people have given me countless pathways of going into law enforcement careers. I've done multiple connections and internships, but also Westchester, that also have great opportunities that help me throughout the way. This is like a second family to me, the Putnam County Sheriff's Department. Leaving for college soon, I'll really miss my second family. Thank you.
Would David Delappy please come forward? David is a senior at Putnam Valley High School. He volunteering efforts at Putnam Valley Volunteer Youth Ambulance Corps for 4 years, the Putnam Valley Teens and Kids Mentoring Program for 3 years, and he's also a member of the Put Valley High School National Honor Society for 2 years. He enjoys volunteering, but he doesn't do it for any compensation. He wants to give back to the community. His role model is Tim Tebow for his work at nonprofit, and he's a family man. Some comments about David are this. David is a mentor that easily creates bonds with the mentees by making it look effortless. David is a treasurer of the National Honor Society, has managed money effectively and consistently. He demonstrates maturity and responsibility, and all that he does he is an excellent asset. His future plans, he would like to go to Baylor University for the medical program and humanities. He enjoys playing saxophone, listening to jazz, Miles Davis in particular. Ladies and gentlemen, David Delappy.
Hello and good evening, everybody. I'd first like to thank God, my family, my parents, and I promised Janine that I would say thank you for the recipient of this award, and congrats to all the other recipients as well. So going back to what Pastor Columbia said earlier today, I think that being involved with service based on true kindness and empathy is really what it comes down to. What really matters, being a leader in this world, is trying to impact every individual and group of people that you come across in some bit of this, in a positive way, of the slightest bit. I know for me personally, whether it be the ambulance corps, volunteering for a toy drive that I did with the National Honor Society, or the Teens and Kids Mentoring Program, something that's helped me and motivated me is keeping in mind that everyone you come across is fighting their own unique battle, and they have their own unique life journey, and being able to help in any bit of way is just such a fulfilling feeling for me. And that's partly why I want to very passionately pursue a career in the medical field. And I just hope everybody's enjoying their night tonight. It's been amazing, and thank you so much once again.
Our next recipient, Carter Deneen, was unable to make it tonight, but I'll give a quick bio. He is a senior at Brewster High School. He's part of the Brewster High School Semper Fi for 4 years. He does career skills for 2 years, Brewster and Carmel Sports Club 4 years, and he enjoys volunteering to give his time to help the community, and his role model is his older brother Kyle. So we congratulate him on his effort, and I'd now like to introduce Ina Altavilla, who will do our next speaker.
I'm back. I am really honored to present this award to a young lady that I have known since she was, I think, 7, might have been 6 or 7. Grace Fisher, would you come on up? I'm going to say right now that all night I'm going, I'm not going to cry, I'm not going to cry. Okay, so Grace is from Stormville, and she is currently a senior at Carmel High School. When she graduates in just a few months, she plans to study marine biology with an emphasis on warm water mammals. And she just told me that she committed to Stony Brook University. This young lady does a lot around the county, but notably with Putnam County 4-H. And as I said, I've known her since she was just a little girl. She has been involved with many of our 4-H community events. She is a member of the 4-H Teen Action Group and has helped with programs like the 4-H Giving Tree that supports Cove Care. She is part of the Carmel High School Science Research Program and has done extensive work on conservation-based science research, and has also volunteered as a judge for the George Fisher Middle School, Science Fair. She's helped year after year with the Putnam County 4-H Fair, much like John. And I'll just mention that last year, the poor girl was on crutches, and I called her and said, please can you come? And she came on crutches, and she worked for the entire weekend. She's a remarkable, remarkable young lady. She's part of the Carmel High School Mentor Program that works with elementary school students for things like their ice cream social and the costume caper. And she's helped with the Youth Forum Planning Committee, which is a program done jointly with Putnam 4-H and the Youth Bureau for several years. She also comes into my office fairly regularly and does whatever I need her to do. She's really quite exceptional. I asked her who her role model is, and no surprise, she told me it was her mom. She feels that her mom was a model citizen who demonstrated the importance of service and giving back. And when I asked her why she served, she said she was raised in a family of volunteers and that the importance and value of community service were instilled in her at a young age. And both her mom and dad have been active volunteers in Putnam 4-H, as with her brother Ryan, who also received the Youth Award, I don't know how many years ago, when he got 4 years ago. So as you can see, it's definitely something that the family does together. Words that would describe Grace, well, I would start with her name. She really is the epitome of grace and strength. She's an outstanding young leader. She perseveres through challenges and is extremely determined going after what she wants. She's a very hard worker, extremely passionate, a positive influence on her peers, hardworking, and reliable and efficient, as I quote, especially with her heavy course load, her athletics, her jobs, and her service to the community. She's an exceptional young lady. I feel really lucky.
Good evening. Thank you so much for this award. I owe a big chunk of my success to the incredible experiences I've had at Putnam County 4-H. From face painting to the 4-H fair, 4-H has been my playground for growth and learning. But it's not just about the projects or the ribbons. It's about the values instilled in me by this amazing community. Values like hard work, dedication, and empathy. So to everyone at Putnam County 4-H, from the mentors to the fellow members, and especially Dina, thank you. Thank you for shaping me into the person I am today, even if it took me 12 whole years I was in the program, and for giving me the tools I need to make a difference in my community. I am beyond grateful to receive the Putnam County Youth Service Award, and I promise to continue paying it forward just like 4-H taught me. Thank you.
Okay, next up, I'd like to invite Savannah Fisher. No relation, I believe, to Grace Fisher. I haven't met Savannah before this evening, but we did speak on the phone a few weeks ago, and I read over her youth award packet. And again, such an impressive young lady doing so many things. Savannah is from Carmel, lives on the border of Carmel, correct? And goes to Brewster High School. And she is currently a junior, and when she graduates after next year, she's considering studying law, but it's still early, and I think you told me that you were considering maybe University of Miami, does that sound right? Or University of Alabama? So she's got a little time to work on that, but I'm sure she's going to do great things. She's been an active member of the Putnam County Youth Court, overseeing court cases and the Highway Safety Training Board. She is a member of the Semper Fi Club at Brewster High School, attends regular meetings, and supports military and the veterans. She is on the Math Honor Society and helps to tutor kids through that program, among other things. She's also on the Science Honor Society and attends regular meetings, performs science experiments and activities with children, study games, and also some tutoring and recycling. She is also, as if you can't add any more to that, the team captain of the Brewster High School dance team. Her role model is her older sister, right? You didn't tell me her name. Ariana, is she here? That's her role model, and she really looks up to, admires. I can talk about it. Go ahead. Okay, I'm going to talk a little louder. She looks up to and admires her older sister. She likes to serve because she loves seeing the outcome in the community and likes to help the community be a better place, and she also feels it helps her to become more well-rounded. And some words that were used to describe her were a born leader, committed to her activities. She strives to do her best in everything that she does. She's well-spoken, a role model to her peers, dependable, caring, and leads by example. Congratulations, Savannah.
Hi, I just wanted to say thank you so much for this wonderful opportunity. I'm truly honored to receive this award and be standing here representing Putnam County. I want to thank my mom for always pushing me to be the best I can be, my dad for giving me the best advice, and my sister for always being by my side. I wouldn't be here where I am today without my family. I would also like to thank the Youth Bureau who has given me great opportunities through Youth Court. I love my community and making a difference in it, and I wish to continue to make others happy in my community and just overall make differences in people's lives. Thank you.
Well, I can go loud. I've been told I'm quite loud. So the next recipient is not able to be here tonight. Kevin Fox, right? Just to make sure. He didn't walk in while I was... Oh, you are here. Everyone says he's not here. So you got me there. Okay. Kevin is a senior at Brewster High School, and he's from Brewster, New York. And he'll be graduating in a few short months. Planning to study computer science, and he will be attending Notre Dame. He's
extensive list of community service, starting with the Semper Fi Club, which is committed to helping veterans in the community. He's involved with regular meetings, food drives, cards to veterans, and much more. He is also a religious education instructor, and he helps youth ages 5 to 10 with weekly activities and teaches them about the gospel and positive messages to keep them engaged. He is a member of the, I don't know if I'm going to say this right, MU, thank you, Alpha Theta, which is the Math Honor Society. And he leads third graders through math activities at the annual Children's Hospital fundraiser, tutors and creates math study guides, and assists with local charities with food, book, and pajama drives. He was also involved, and I've heard about this, but never witnessed, the Mr. Brewster fundraiser. I've heard it's an extremely fun event. I'm sorry I didn't get to see that. But that fundraiser brings the community together and helps raise money annually for Cystic Fibrosis Foundation. He serves on the Principals Advisory Council and helps to communicate issues within the school and facilitate the school's software platform, which sounds really impressive. And he's been involved with numerous camps and clinics helping younger children develop the skills that they need in both football and basketball. And wait, there's more. He's also involved with robotics, and it helps to strengthen the community's STEM skills by collaborating with other members. And also with the food pantry, Thanksgiving meal prep, he helped at local food pantries to put Thanksgiving meals together for homeless. His role models are his sister and his brother, correct? Brandon and Kayla, not sure if they're here, but I think that's so nice. And they've demonstrated service through their actions, so they taught you. He said the reason he likes to serve is that he's always volunteered for as long as he can remember. He enjoys being able to help and bring a smile to people's faces, and it's a big part of his life and always has been, especially the veterans. He wants to make sure that veterans know that they are not forgotten, which is really awesome. Some words that were used to describe him: he's an outstanding young leader. He leads by example. Extremely hard worker, phenomenal young man, committed, caring, takes initiative, and genuine thoughtfulness, which I think speaks to his character. So congratulations.
Thank you very much for those kind words. I feel humbled to be receiving this award tonight, and I owe credit to the many people that have helped me in my high school career and beyond. I'd like to start by thanking those who have inspired me by sharing opportunities for service in our community. Mrs. Schumacher, Mrs. Fine, Mr. Goucher, and Mr. Duncan for their leadership in Semper Fi and all that they do to help veterans in our local community. I'd like to thank Barbara Pember, who has been instrumental in my work at St. Lawrence O'Toole Parish, as well as Brewster teachers, coaches, and mentors who have facilitated my service to others. Finally, I'd like to thank my parents, whose emphasis on service and compassion for others has guided me to where I am today. Thank you.
Okay, and next up, I'd like to invite Lily Gerdelman to the podium. Of speaking with Lily on the phone about 2 weeks ago. She shared a little bit about who she is and what her service commitment is. She is from Mayapack High School, and she is a senior this year and will be graduating. She plans to study history with a pre-law track, and she hopes one day to be a child advocate, and she'll be attending Lafayette College in Pennsylvania. Lily is very involved with the youth court, and particularly the restorative justice program for first-time offenders. She also serves on the steering committee for both Youth Court and the Highway Safety Committee, and helps with, I think I read this right, rules of the road for teen drivers. Is that correct? Okay. She has served on the Putnam County, served as an intern for the Putnam County Courthouse, and she also assists with the Special Olympics program and camp. She served at Camp Home as a CIT. She is her role model is her mom. She says her mom works very hard for her and her siblings, and she really looks up to her and admires her. And she says she enjoys serving and giving back to the community, learning new skills, and making a difference. Some words that were used to describe her in her word packet were dedicated, a gifted public speaker, an outstanding young leader, a role model, responsible, thoughtful, funny, and hardworking. And congratulations on your award.
Good evening. First, I'd like to congratulate all the other award recipients tonight. This is such an honor and great opportunity. I'd like to thank Evan Delps for the nomination of this award, and I would also like to thank my mom, dad, and siblings for continuously pushing me to be the best that I can be. I've always enjoyed partaking in community service in any way that I can, especially because through it I can help others. As I move forward, I definitely intend to continue to help my community in every way possible. Thank you.
And next up, I'd like to invite Shannon Sullivan, who's also a member of the Youth Board. Thank you. The first person that I would like to present to this evening is Zoe Bunchai. So Zoe is a junior at Brewster High School. Zoe's commitment to service is exemplified through her diverse volunteer experience, each reflecting her unwavering dedication to community and positive change. Firstly, her involvement with Youth Court has been instrumental in her personal growth and contributions to the community. As a member of the Steering and Highway Committee, Zoe has not only had the opportunity to learn about the law, she has also been elevated to prominent roles within the program. Her tireless effort to improve the program's operations and her commitment to its efficient functioning has earned her early recognition for her invaluable contributions. Zoe has also been involved in the youth mentoring at her school, demonstrating her passion for supporting and empowering her peers. Through personalized interactions and assistance with homework, Zoe creates a nurturing environment where mentees feel valued and supported. Her dedication to getting to know each mentee individually fosters a sense of trust and collaboration, allowing them to thrive both academically and personally. Zoe has also participated in the Students Against Cancer at her school's Relay for Life, which underscores her compassion and empathy for others. By providing support to cancer survivors at the event through the Survivors Tent, she provides emotional assistance and embodies the spirit of solidarity and resilience in the face of adversity. Zoe, in addition, serves as the Vice President of the Putnam County Youth Bureau Board and is a testament of her leadership and initiative. Voted in by board members, Zoe takes proactive steps to bring important information to the table about her school district and programs or events in her community, ensuring that youth voices are heard and represented. When asked about her love for volunteering, Zoe's genuine desire to help other people make a positive impact on her community shines through. Inspired by her mother and the program directors in Youth Court, Zoe recognizes the transformative power of service and the importance of giving back to others. Zoe already harbors an aspiration for a career in law with a vision of engaging in pro bono work and advocating for justice on the behalf of people, especially children. Ladies and gentlemen, Zoe.
Hi. I am honored and grateful to be a recipient of a Youth Award. I want to thank Evan Delps for the nomination and his encouragement and belief in me and my potential throughout my journey, especially in Youth Court. I also want to thank everyone at the Putnam County Youth Department for their continuous support. For the past 2 years, Youth Court has been a constant in my life, and I've learned so much from it and tremendously enjoyed being a part of it. From being involved in the court cases, to the steering and highway committees, to mentoring middle school students at my school, I feel as though it has definitely helped me grow as a person. Through Youth Court, I was able to learn about the Putnam County Youth Board that I am now co-vice president of, and have been able to interact with so many different community members. Through volunteering, I have been able to help my community while gaining valuable experience and skills like how to be a leader, how to be a team player, and how to manage my time, although I'm kind of still working on it. Being a part of these different areas of Putnam County has definitely solidified my desire for a future in the law so I can continue helping others. And I also just want to give a special thank you to my mom and my brother for their endless support and chauffeuring capabilities that they've definitely given me. Definitely couldn't have done without them. Thank you.
Next, I'd like to call up Elizabeth Kamotek. Okay, she prefers Ella, so I'm going to use Ella. Ella is a junior at Carmel High School whose commitment to serving the community is truly moving. Ella's commitment to volunteerism shines through her wide range of volunteering. First, her involvement in 4-H has been transformative. For over 6 years, she has actively participated, not only enjoying the opportunity to meet new people, but also honing her leadership skills. Her contributions extend beyond participation as she offers valuable suggestions to enhance program and projects, demonstrating her commitment to continuous improvement and community development. Secondly, Ella serves with the Sheriff Cadet Program, which exemplifies her dedication to going above and beyond. As a member of the 4-H Trailblazers shooting sports since 2017, she has undergone rigorous training, becoming a certified junior instructor in New York. Her expertise allows her to support and advise fellow members in a supportive manner, fostering a sense of camaraderie and skill development within the group. Additionally, she is actively involved in fundraising efforts, which ensures the sustained funding of the cadets program, as that is how it is fully paid for. So she helps to secure the future for generations to come. Lastly, Ella's participation in Tri-M Music showcases her passion for service in an area that brings her joy. By supporting others to get involved in the Honor Society, she not only enriches the musical community, but fosters a spirit of collaboration and excellence among her peers. What Ella values most about volunteering is the opportunity to engage with her community, forging meaningful connections while making a positive impact. Her dedication to service is inspired by her biggest role model, her mother, whose unwavering support has fueled Ella's passion for giving back. Driven in part by her experience with the cadets, Ella aspires to pursue a career in forensic science or law enforcement, with the goal of continuing her commitment to service and making a difference in the lives of others. Ladies and gentlemen, Ella.
Thank you for this award, and congratulations to everyone else who has earned it. I'd first like to thank my parents for constantly encouraging me to become part of new things and for constantly driving me everywhere. I would also like to thank Dina Altavilla and Tom Hall for their unwavering support. And I love being a part of 4-H, and it has taught me so much, like leadership skills. It's brought me new friends, so thank you.
Next up, I'd like to call Gabe Lunan-Pack. So Gabe is a senior at Haldane High School. One of Gabe's top volunteer experiences has been his involvement with the youth court, where he delved into the intricacies of the justice system. Gabe has been committed as a member of the first youth court class in Phillipstown, where he has continued to be invested in the goals and objectives of the program. His leadership has helped to grow and bridge the gap across branches of the program. Gabe is also involved in the leadership with student government, has been exemplary throughout his time in high school. He has been involved since ninth grade and has been an integral part of the student body, currently serving as the senior class president. In this role, Gabe has not only shouldered the responsibilities of managing finances raised at events, ensuring transparency and accountability, but he has also spearheaded new and innovative programs that have enriched the school's community, such as a new AP History study group that he started and facilitated for students. Beyond the confines of his schools, Gabe's commitment extends to St. Andrew's and St. Luke's Food Pantry in Dutchess County. Since 8th grade, he has dedicated his time every weekend serving to those in need, from setting up, serving food, and assisting with cleanup efforts. Gabe's selflessness and compassionate have undoubtedly made a difference in the lives of countless individuals.
When asked about what motivates him to volunteer, Gabe humbly remarked that he simply wanted to fill his time with something productive that serves the greater good. Gabe draws inspiration from his role models, including his parents and Supreme Court Justice Louis Brandeis, because of his commitment to pro bono work and his advocacy against anti-Semitism resonated deeply with Gabe, shaping his aspirations and values as he prepares to embark on an academic journey. As Gabe prepares to attend Vanderbilt University this fall to study economics with a pre-law or pre-business focus, his passion for service remains unwavering. His keen desire to explore avenues where he can affect meaningful change, Gabe's future endeavors hold promise in the contribution towards a more equitable and just society. Ladies and gentlemen, Gabe.
Thank you very much for your kind introduction, and to the selections committee for choosing me for this award, and for everyone else and everyone who's had a part in making this wonderful evening come together. I'm forever grateful for the many opportunities that I've had to make an impact on the community around me, and for all that volunteering has done for myself. I'm also very thankful for everyone who's worked in the organizations which I volunteered at for always supporting me and making all this possible. Also, thank you very much to Superintendent Benante, Principal Sniffen, and Mrs. Kochin for nominating me and coming for me today to support me tonight. And of course, to my parents for everything else. To everyone else winning awards, congratulations. Our world would be nothing without kind and active people like you. Have a good night.
And next I'd like to call Caitlin Mullaville. Okay, so she's not here, but I'm going to read a little bit about her. So Caitlin is a junior at Brewster High School. She has been involved in Tap and Toes Dance Studio as an assistant for the past 4 years and has been instrumental in shaping the lives of aspiring dancers. Caitlin is also involved in the Science Honor Society for the past 3 years. Caitlin also volunteers with Brewster Cares to help sort and organize items that were donated to benefit those in need, as well as create and facilitate a week-long dance camp for 25 students. Caitlin says that her role model is her sister, and she enjoys giving back to the programs that served her when she was growing up. Next, I would like to call Judge Tom Jacobellis.
Good evening, everybody. Alexander Rosage, please. So Alex is a resident of the town of Kent. He's a junior at Carmel High School. And while others his age are hanging out or relaxing or playing video games, Alex decided to join the Kent Volunteer Fire Department. He completed his firefighter training. He has responded to more than 70 calls. And in 2023, Alex responded to the third highest amount of fire and ambulance calls in the entire department. Little story that one of the people who nominated shared with me. Alex, on his way to Bosse's in Yorktown, noticed an elderly man on the side of the road that didn't look right. So instead of ignoring him or continuing on his journey, Alex pulled over, assisted the man, called emergency services, stayed with him until police and ambulance came and assisted the man, provided him comfort and assistance until emergency services came. Alex was described by others as follows: excellent and reliable. Alex is wonderful with small children, generous with a smile and a helping hand. Alex does not have to be told, he simply does what needs to be done. Alex is an able servant and a credit to our community. Alex told me he likes to volunteer because he likes helping our community, and he learned this from his dad, who's also a firefighter and a commissioner with the department and served in a career in law enforcement. His role model is his dad and his family and friends, and he plans to attend college and study criminal justice. And he told me it's not definite, but maybe a career as a state trooper or a police officer. Congratulations, Alex.
Thank you. I just want to say thank you to everyone here and my family and friends and the Youth Bureau. Thank you to the Putnam County Youth Bureau for this award. I'd like to thank my parents, my family, and friends for their support. I would also like to thank my English teacher, Mr. Silvestra, for his support and guidance. I appreciate all of you. My experiences at the fire department and at the police department have taught me many different skills that I will use in my future. All of these experiences have motivated me to a future career in either law enforcement or emergency services. The time that I have spent volunteering for the Kent Fire Department didn't feel like work. When you find something that you enjoy, you don't think about it as work. It is time consuming, but it is also rewarding knowing that you are helping others and helping your community. Thank you again for this award and congratulations to everyone receiving one tonight.
Just a little quick story. So it's hard sometimes to touch base with these award recipients because they're so busy. So Alex is the first person that I thought I was an early riser who texted me before, returned my call, returned my text before 6 a.m. and said, hey, if you're up before 6:50, I'm available. So just telling you how busy these guys are. I'd next like to call up our next award recipient, Gabriella Sinclair. Gabriella lives in the town of Patterson as a junior or 11th grader at Carmel High School. She's volunteers with several organizations, including the Patterson Library, with the Teen Leadership Council, where she works with children in special events programs, helps with homework after school on Tuesdays and Thursdays, and works with kids in different programs with the music, crafts, and the arts. She also volunteers with the Putnam County Youth Bureau. She is heavily involved with the Kids and Teens Mentoring Program, and she helps and assists middle school age children and mentors and talks with them. Gabriella also volunteers with the Putnam County 4-H program, working with specifically with the Youth Forum Planning Committee. She also has given many volunteer hours assisting the Carmel Kent Chamber of Commerce, and she is a member and a volunteer with the Carmel High School National Honor Society. Gabriella has been described by others that she volunteers for so many causes and is giving of her time, demonstrates leadership by constantly giving her time, always willing to step up when needed, a truly kind role model, and somebody, one of your nominators described you as intelligent, responsible, and reliable. Pretty impressive. When asked why she likes to volunteer, she's told me she likes to help the community, which has given so much to her, and she loves working with children. Her role model is her mom, because she knows how hard her mom works for her and her siblings. Her future plans include going to college and possibly pursuing a career in teaching and possibly teaching elementary school students, but definitely a career working with children. Ladies and gentlemen, Gabriella Sinclair.
Hello everyone, I'm honored to be here tonight and thank you for giving me this award. I'd like to say congratulations to everyone who received it, both youth and adults. I'd like to thank everyone who organized this event tonight, as I know it took a lot of hard work from everyone. And next, I'd like to thank all the organizations I volunteered for, because they've given me so many great opportunities. And lastly, I'd like to thank my family, and especially my mom, for always supporting me.
Next, I'd like to call up Corinne Taylor. Corinne lives in Stormville and is a senior at Carmel High School. She volunteers with the Civil Air Patrol, where she has worked her way up through the ranks and volunteers and assists her local unit, both on the state and regional level. She has volunteered with the Civil Air Patrol to assist Putnam County, the Putnam County Executive, the Putnam County Department of Health, the Putnam County Bureau of Emergency Services. She's helped organize cadets for traffic control for Putnam County when they were giving out flu and COVID vaccines. She also volunteers with Wreaths Across America, where she helps fundraise and then place wreaths on veterans' graves right here in local cemeteries in Putnam County, including the Raymond Hill Cemetery right here in the town of Carmel. Corinne volunteers with Students Assisting Students, where she gives back to elementary. She goes back to the elementary schools for 3 hours every week to help out other young students and instruct them, and she's enjoying her time, she told me, in the kindergarten room. Words used to describe Corinne: she demonstrates incredible dedication, always has a smile on her face, very well motivated in helping her community, and always taking the initiative. Corinne enjoys volunteering because she enjoys giving back to her community. She's learned from example from her grandparents and parents who were teachers, and her family had military service, which has been an inspiration to her. Her role models are her nanny and poppy, and they were good role models and helped the community, and she said they're both very strong people. Corinne will be attending Western New England in the fall in Springfield, Mass. She will be studying a dual major in management leadership and marketing, communications, and advertisement. And her future hopes for career are to pursue a career in international business or a not-for-profit agency. Congratulations.
Good evening, everyone. I'd first like to thank the Putnam County Youth Bureau for giving me this award. I'd like to thank my English teacher, Miss McKenna, for nominating me for this award. I'd also like to thank Elena McDermott, who's given me guidance and leadership over the years. I'd also like to thank my best friends, specifically my best friend Ariana, who's pushed me to be better every day. I'd like to thank my mom and my grandparents, but specifically my dad. My dad served in the Air Force for a very long time now in the reserves, and every day he pushes me to be better and serve my community in any way I can. I'm so thankful to have him as a role model while he pushes me to be better every single day. Thank you for this award, and thank you to all the, and I'd like to congratulate all the award winners as well.
Last but certainly not least, I'd like to invite up Megan Weiner. I asked Janine and Bill if we could start this year in reverse alphabetical order. I was outvoted, so I'm sorry. So maybe next year. Megan is a resident of the town of Carmel, where she's a senior at Carmel High School. Megan has volunteered with the Putnam County Youth Court, where she has, I'm told, the highest rate of attendance, and is involved with pretty much every aspect of the youth court, including the Highway Safety Steering Committee. She has represented Putnam County Youth Bureau, speaking to New York State legislatures about the value of the youth department programs and the work the Youth Bureau and Youth Court do here in Putnam County. She also volunteers with Carmel United Soccer, where she helps with their in-house soccer program, and she's helped do tasks, including organizational tasks with their storage. Megan is a member of the National Honor Society at Carmel High School and the Mentors Program, and she's where she also serves as an officer with the Honor Society, helping organize and planning meetings, and helps run their meetings with organization with over 100 members. Words that some of the nominators used to describe Megan as one of the most committed people that they know, incredibly effective, intelligent and hardworking, can always be relied on, always a pleasure to work with, intelligent, capable, compassionate, and just a great young lady. Why Megan likes volunteering? She enjoys it. She likes giving back to her community, and she's inspired to help even more. Her role model are her parents, because they are so hardworking, and they give the best life for her and her family, and they bring in inspiration to her. Megan is going to attend Roger Williams College in Rhode Island in the fall. She will be in an accelerated law program and plans to pursue a career in law. You might want to speak to DA Tendi after tonight. She's always looking for good ADAs. So, congratulations, well deserved.
I want to start off by thanking the Youth Bureau and Youth Board for this honor and special dinner tonight. On top of that, I want to especially thank Evan, Dana, and Kim from Youth Court for giving me so many wonderful opportunities to connect within the community. Youth Court has been such an important and prominent part of my life for the past 4 years, and it wouldn't be what it is without those amazing coordinators supporting us. And I certainly wouldn't be the person I am today without this amazing program. Congratulations to everyone else who received an award, and thank you. Now I'd like to call up Isabella DeRosa. She will be doing our closing this evening. She's also the representative of Putnam County. She's on our youth board, but is also represents Putnam as on the New York State Governor's Youth Council. So if you could come on up, please.
At this time, I'd like to thank you all for attending the 39th Annual Youth and Adult Awards Dinner. Thank you to the Youth Board and Youth Bureau staff for all their hard work in making this event a huge success. At this time, I would like to thank the Brewster Flower Garden for the generous donation of flowers for the award winners to wear this evening, the Putnam County Sheriff's Cadets, and Brian Austin of the Putnam County IT Department for videotaping tonight's event, which will be aired on Comcast. Congratulations to all the award winners for their community service efforts in Putnam County. If all the award winners could please stay after the event for a photo opportunity. Thank you for coming and have a great evening.